Happy afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Stampin' Chat Live. I'm Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. So today we're going to have some fun because we are going to be playing with the new Lavender Stems 3D Embossing Folder bundle, and we're going to be making 2 cards for 2 different seasons. But before we get started with that, let's say hello to Tom. Hey, Tom.
Hey, happy craft afternoon, everybody.
Hey, how's it going?
From the dead space.
How are you doing?
Doing great. Looking forward to this. You've been working on these ideas.
Yeah, well, you know, I was looking at this beautiful lavender folder and I was thinking, okay, lavender flowers are spectacular, but then I started to think about Thanksgiving and just the whole fall season, and I thought, you know, we could turn these into kind of the look of wheat stalks. What do you think?
Oh, okay.
Yeah? All right, well, that's what we're going to do today. So do you have a word of the day?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
All right. I'm excited to hear what that one is.
From our very own life experience.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll be a good one. I'm looking forward to that. Okay, well, let's get started right away. And in case anybody missed Tuesday's live, we introduced 2 brand new 3D embossing folders. So let me show them to you. All right, they are over here. So we have this one, which is the beautiful hydrangea stem. And then we have this one, which is the lavender stems. And I showed I showed this sample of the lavender stems, which I love the purples. And then I showed this one with the hydrangea, and then we made this one together with the live chat helping me with all of these colors. I would have never used that bubblegum pink in there and mixed it with purple had the chat not said to do it. And I think, oh, this is just so beautiful. So I wanted to tell you just quickly, in case you missed it, these bundles right now, we have a special on them that if you get both of them, get the hydrangea and the lavender stems, you'll save $15. It's actually $14.97 because the way the coupon works, it takes half price off of the lavender bundle. So it's almost 15, minus 3 pennies. But it's a $15 savings, and if you buy both, that's where you can get the $15. And the way you get it is put both of those in your cart, and at checkout, use the coupon code SAVE15. So Tom will throw that up on the screen for you. SAVE15. And Brienne also posted that as well. And I pinned her comment with the link to the, I guess now it's at the bottom of YouTube. It used to be at the top of YouTube, but you can find it there too with Brienne's link. So thanks for doing that, Brienne. I know the pink and yellow, Dusty Rose and Lemon Drop. Those were the colors I used. And if you missed any of that video from yesterday and you're interested in the different color combinations that I used, you can head over to my video from yesterday and you will find all of the colors that I used, and I even included the ones for the one I didn't actually make live, which is that yellow and pink one, so you know all the colors that were used in Tuesday's video. So today we're going to be using this embossing folder, and this is the Lavender Stems, but instead of doing the whole panel, where'd my panel go? I'm going to pull this panel here. Instead of doing the whole panel today, I thought we would use the dies and we would cut these out and we would make some of our flowers and wheat stalks using these dies. So I'm going to grab my die cutting machine here. All right, and welcome everyone. It's so great to see all of you here. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always fun to have a little crafternoon stamping. We've got some rain coming through Wisconsin today. I don't know what kind of weather y'all have where you are, but we're gonna get a little rain. All right, but rain, you know, I used to not like rain, but now that I'm a crafter, I love it. So these dies, they come tabbed together. And I would not break these apart if I were you. I would just leave them tabbed together. Now, if you already broke them apart, it's totally fine. It's just two dies and you'll cut them separately. But any of the 3D embossing folders, they come with the dies tabbed together, and you don't need to cut them apart because you're gonna cut this out just all together like this. You die cut before you emboss. I'm sorry, I meant on Tuesday, not yesterday. I didn't do a video yesterday. I meant on Tuesday. Tuesday night, our regular Tuesday night live. We always go live on Tuesday nights and on Thursdays at noon. So you can kind of set your watch to that. That's pretty consistent for us. I mean, every once in a while we've got something going on where we can't do it. Look at that beautiful die. Look at these. Aren't they gorgeous and delicate? Oh, I love them so much. So I'm going to cut a few of these out, just a bunch of them. You know, Tuesday night and Thursday at noon don't really feel like 2 days apart. Isn't that true? They feel like just a day apart because we get done the live on Tuesday night and go to sleep, and then it's Wednesday, and Wednesday just feels like day one, and then Thursday feels like day two. I guess it is 2 days, but it just feels like it's the next day almost. All right, I'm going to cut a few more of these because I would like to have a nice little collection here. You're in desperate need of rain where you are? That's true, Cheryl. You do never know. Once in a while we do something special. Sometimes on Wednesdays we have guests too. Like we have Megan Andrew or Mindy Egan. They jump in and do videos on our channel. So you're not wrong in, you know, wondering. Oh, I love how delicate these are. They're so pretty. So we'll cut a few, and then this die is from this embossing folder bundle, from the Lavender Stems embossing folder bundle. So in the bundle, you get the 3D embossing folder. You also get the coloring stencils, which can be used with the folder or without the folder. And then you get, you also get the stencils, the coloring stencils. The dies. You get the dies, the coloring stencils, and the embossing folder. So you get a lot with that. Okay, so I think I should cut a few more while I'm here. I know this, I probably should prepare a little more for these videos, but I kind of love just not knowing what I'm gonna do and just hanging out with you guys and doing this stuff live. Rose, I love these 2 embossing folder bundles too. I had so much fun Tuesday. See, I keep saying yesterday. Tuesday night going live and having just so much fun playing with these. And they're great for the fall, but they're also great for spring and summer. I mean, you can use these any time of the year. Even, I was thinking how beautiful it would be to do a hydrangea for Christmas. And I know that's not a traditional Christmas flower, but wouldn't it be beautiful if you did it like maybe you just embossed it and you used some gold paste? Oh, that would be so pretty for a Christmas card. A hydrangea just never seems wrong to me. Anybody else agree with that? All right, that's good. I think that's enough here. So let me put this aside. Now, you can do these a couple of different ways. You can emboss them and color them, or you could just use the coloring stencils and color them for a more watercolored look. But we're going to emboss them today. And this is where my favorite way to take down anything comes into play. So I know a lot of people have like different types of tape that will hold things down, and they call it low-tack tape. But I'm constantly seeing those kinds of tapes tear the paper. So if you are looking for something that hopefully won't tear your paper, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on how strong you are, but I use Masking Magic strips. And these are the 1/2-inch Masking Magic strips, so you can use these to create borders around the perimeter of your cardstock, and then you can ink blend in to make like a rectangle. You can use the thinner strips to create a crisscross pattern, or to create a smaller border, like, for example, this card. I used Masking Magic around the border, the 1/4-inch strips. I used 1/8-inch strips in here to create these zigzag lines. And then the 1/2-inch strips will create that nice wide border. And you can make the border as wide as you want because you can layer them together. So you could use the 1/2-inch border and then add another 1/4-inch, or add an 1/8-inch, or add 2 1/2 inches to get a full inch border around. So, but I like to use them inside the embossing folders too, because I feel like it really does help keep everything in place. So I am going to lay this down. I probably should do this on a different color, but I'm going to lay this down into, let me find the right one here. I want to make sure I'm on the right one. There we go. It's this one, I believe. Let's see. What am I doing wrong? I'm upside down. I gotta find the right one. I didn't play with this part ahead of time, which I probably should have. Let's try this one first. I feel like I gotta find out from... Okay, here we go. So this one goes on the side here. So we're going to pop that into place, and we're going to use a little bit of Masking Magic to hold it in place, just so that things go in the... Oh, I see what he did here. Okay, that makes sense. So it goes kind of off the edge. So the dies are a little bit bigger than the embossing folder, which is why I couldn't find the spot. Okay, I'm just going to tack that down in place like that, and then fold that over. Now we're going to turn the embossing machine. This is the Intracut, so we're going to turn the Intracut to 2D emboss. And I like using 2D emboss with this. There is a setting for 3D emboss, but the one that I recommend is to use 2D emboss and just loosen it up a tiny little bit. The instructions are on the embossing folders that way. And then we're going to run this through the Intracut. This is going to create our lines. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to gently pull this out. Okay. Woohoo! So we'll gently peel this off. Hair in my face. Oh, can you see that? Now we've got all of that embossing in there. Let me see if I can turn it. Can you see the little detail lines in there? The little bumps? Okay. So there we go. So now we can, I gotta find this one though. I gotta see how this one fits in. My friend Dave from Memory Box designed this for us. And sometimes, okay, there we go. It's this one down here. See, because it's tall, I thought it was going to be a taller one, but it's this one right here. So I'm going to just put that into place. And you can feel it pop in. So once you get it into the right spot, then you can kind of tack it down a little bit like that. I wonder if I could do 2 at a time. Let's see if I can, because I have a lot of them here. So I'm going to let's put this up so I can get this in the picture here. Okay. So remember, these are upside down because I'm putting them into the part of the embossing folder that sinks in. And then the bumpy part is going to press the design into the stem. Oh no, I don't know. I don't think it's freezing. I have it on my laptop here on the side and I don't see the screen freezing. So maybe it's some weather coming your way. Possibly. Okay, so we can do 2 at a time. Got them in there. And we're gonna go ahead and do these. They would look good ink smushed. You're absolutely right, Heather. You could just take, you know, ink. You could take a sponge. You could take a sponge dauber and just pounce bright colored inks on here and it would look so good. Maybe we should try that because of your good idea. It's worth taking the time though to tape them down because they are very, very delicate and you don't want them to shift. You want to get all of that beautiful detail in there. I don't know if is this camera, Tom, set for like autofocus?
No.
It isn't. So if I go in just a little bit, is it going to get blurry?
I don't think so.
The detail on that is just so pretty. Maybe it might be better if I zoom in later. So let me take these off. Okay. This is also, you know, a lot of times we talk about mojo starters and what we can do to get our mojo going. Because a lot of us, I know it happens to me, I'm going to put something down here so it's easier to see what I'm doing. See if that makes it a little bit easier to see. Probably should zoom out a little bit too. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Can you cut out after embossing? I'll tell you, you can, but it would be really hard. It would be really, really hard. And the other thing that makes it very difficult is it's hard to line it up, you know? It's very hard to line up die cutting on something this skinny. So I would definitely die cut them first because that's easy. You're just die cutting on white paper. And then just take the little bit of time that it takes to just find the, probably should move that over a little bit, to just find the spots. And you could feel it's real, this isn't difficult to do. It just takes a tiny bit of time. But again, you know, I'm a big believer in the idea that crafting is not a race. We're not like trying to get it done quickly. We're trying to enjoy the process. But this is a great mojo starter for those of you that don't know what to do. You know, you wish you had an idea, but you just don't. Well, then if that's the case, die cut a bunch of these and take your time and just emboss them all and get them ready. You could just do them on white cardstock, and then you can decide later, am I going to make an autumn card? Am I going to make a summer card? And you can do your ink blending and stenciling later. Sometimes it's good to have all the bits and pieces done. But you can see how easily these are turning out. I don't know that... Can they see that, Tom? I have trouble seeing on my monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Great. And welcome, everybody. It's great to see you all here. Got my screen over there, too. I can see more of the details on my screen. I could see the chat moving fast, too. Okay, just a couple more. So I feel like these would really kind of lend themselves more to the wheat. Maybe we'll do a few without embossing too for that watercolor look. We'll do a couple here with the embossing, and then we'll do a couple without, just so that you can see the different look that you get. Let's put this one in. Once you've done it a couple times too, you know where to go. You know how it feels. You can kind of feel it pop in. And I'm just reusing this same masking magic over and over again. And you can see, as delicate as this paper is, and as much pressure as we're putting on it in this embossing folder, so far we've been lucky it's not tearing the paper. I don't mind fiddly, though. You really mind fiddly? I don't mind fiddly. I find it to be very relaxing. It's no different than stacking dies together, you know, your die cuts with glue, or kind of creating some of your own embellishments. This is all part of crafting. Crafting is a bit fiddly, but that's what we like. We're fiddlers, and we enjoy it. Okay, well, I'm gonna do a couple more, but Tom, I know it's very early into the live, much earlier than usual, but while I'm doing this process, you said that you had a word of the day. Would you like to do your word of the day early?
Oh my, that's new.
That is new.
All right, well, let's play the song.
Okay.
It's time.
Oh yeah, I didn't give you time
Word
to
of
do
the day,
music.
hooray, let's laugh it up, don't delay. Word of the day, it's here to stay.
Okay, word of the day time. Last night,
Oh boy.
Gina and I were shopping at a very well-known store for just household items and having a great time. I mean, it's always fun for us to be out and about. And
Can I tell them what I was buying?
yeah, you go ahead.
All right. So, and I'll tell you, can I vent for a second too?
Wow, okay.
Okay. Now that you mentioned it. So Tom and I went to a very well-known department store, big box store, and I needed new toilet brushes. Now, I know that's not a glamorous purchase, but I needed new toilet brushes. So I found the toilet brush that I wanted, and on the shelf it said that it was $16.47. And now that I think about it, that's a lot of money for a toilet brush. But anyway, you know, it had a lid, it had the whole thing. So $16.49.
Okay, but that wasn't the problem. That wasn't the real problem. We were checking out and doing it ourselves. We didn't have any.
Wait.
What?
I want to talk about dynamic pricing.
Oh. All right then.
We're going to get to your word of the day in a second, but I feel like they need to understand the whole story because I don't know what your word is, but I get the feeling that it's a play on this situation.
All right, girl.
So they have something now called dynamic pricing, and all of the tags in the store aren't paper tags anymore, they're computer tags. And so when you, different times of the day, the prices change. And so the tag said $16.47, but when we got up to the counter, the toilet brushes were $19. Oh, I just tore the thing here. $19. And that's dynamic pricing. They can just change the prices on you. So anyway, that's my vent.
That's your rant of the day. And
My rant of the day.
You're ripping your craft project apart. And
Yeah, I'm trying not to say the name. I know some of you are maybe guessing the name, but I'm trying not to get sued by the big box stores. So
no, I'm sure they wouldn't care.
I don't know.
Okay, so let's see here. So we were checking out, and I think I had some vitamins,
Yes, you did.
and I saw that there was a sticker on there that said $2 off, instant $2 off, save $2 now. And we're like, yay! And so Gina spent about 45 seconds with her nail picking the coupon that was stuck on to the bottle. She finally got it off, and then we figured, all right, now what do we do? We're self-checkout. And then we see instructions that say, scan the coupon. And so we tried to scan it, and it didn't work. And then we looked closer, and it said, place the coupon here, and it had a little slot. And so we're checking out, and we rang up the vitamins, and then put the coupon in the slot, and it was dead silent. And we
It
looked
just
around.
ate the coupon.
Nothing happened. No price break. I heard faint laughter coming from somewhere, and then we looked at each other and laughed, and we never got our coupon, and it disappeared
Yeah, it just went into the machine. The machine ate it, and it was gone.
into the machine.
And if you tell the person, "Hey, I had a coupon," and it ate the coupon, they have no proof that you had a coupon.
Okay, and then immediately Gina and I looked at each other, and we knew what we were going to say. We've just experienced a screw-pon. That's going to be the word of the day.
That's right, a screw-pon.
Screw-pon. Save $2. Here's what you do. And so, yeah, we were not up to the technology.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, that was a moment. No more self-checkout. I don't work at Walmart. I don't. Ooh, I said the word. Oh no.
Oh, well, it's been great, ladies and gentlemen.
See ya. Okay, so I'm going to look at this one here, and I know that I die cut this one, right? Did I die cut this one? I die cut this one right here. So I just have to find the spot, which is this one right here, and I'm going to lay that right on top of my lavender. Okay.
And a
so-
screw-pon comes in many forms.
It does. Okay. So I'm going to use honey mustard because I'm going to make what I hope is going to look a little bit like wheat. And then I'm going to use Kraft. So let's start with Kraft.
Tammy said, I had a sticker coupon and its numbers were smeared. The cashier just said, sorry, can't use it. Screw-pon.
Screw-pon, that's a screw-pon. Which incidentally, I'm just going to do a plug for Gina K Designs here. If you forgot your coupon at checkout, we do not do a screw-pon. We actually will help you. All you have to do is reach out to customer service and they'll adjust it. So don't ever worry about that. All right. So I'm going to add this in here. Ooh, this is cool. Get that positioned right. There we go. That one is a little bent. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to do this one. And we're going to give it some outside color here. I'm going to use the same color, but I'm going to go with a much lighter hand. There we go. So you can see I went with a heavier hand on the first layer. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to add, that was Kraft ink, I'm going to add a tiny little bit of this honey mustard in here. Just a little bit. So let me see if I have, I'm going to use this detail brush. And then I'm going to just add a little bit along the edges. Just to get a little mustardy glow in there. Like that. Just a tiny bit. I can use right what's on there. I might add more. I kind of like this mustard look. It's very warm for Thanksgiving and autumn cards. I'm going to add more in there. Really, I probably don't even need this layer. Okay, and now I'm going to go a shade darker with the warm cocoa to make the stalks. Okay, so let's get this one in here like this.
Brings new meaning to the term self-checkout. I'm out of here.
I'm out. I know, but we didn't walk away. We stuck with it. We tried our best, right?
We didn't try too hard. I
I
mean,
know.
on our own, yeah, we tried, yeah.
I almost wanted to go and take the bottle. I'm going to finish this stalk off because I don't know how much of it I'm going to want. I almost wanted to take the bottle up to the counter and say it ate my coupon, but then they would have had to go get another bottle to get a coupon, and it was $2. Not that $2 isn't important, but the angst didn't seem worth the $2. So maybe next time. That is frustrating when it's right there.
Technology can make you want to just disappear sometimes.
It's exactly why I feel like we will always have in-person customer service reps, because the help ticket technology of today drives me absolutely nuts. I can't stand it. I can't stand not being able to talk to a real person. So my old-fashionedness should always afford you guys a real person to call if you're unhappy with something. Oh, look at how cute these are. Don't they look like wheat? Don't they look like wheat?
They look like wheat to me.
Oh, I love that. That's
Wheat
so
berries.
cute. Wheat berries, yes. They're so cute. So I don't know, should we do like one of these? Does that look like wheat, Tom? Or should I stick with the straight ones for wheat?
I think wheat kind of all goes in the same direction.
It's all straight, right? So we'll save these for the lavender.
Unless you do
bouquet.
those all in the same direction. The bent ones.
No, I don't know. I just broke one. No, I'm gonna stick with just the 3 for this card.
Zeus is here, by the way, in his hide and scratch box, sleeping. We don't have a camera on him.
No, you know, I could add a second layer here, but I don't know if I want to because these are pretty fragile. If they do fall apart though, it's okay because I'm gonna use foam squares and we can just make them meet up. So I'm not worried about it. If you're too rough with the ink blending like I am, don't worry about it. All right, let's clean this up and we're gonna make our little wheat stalks here. Card. Yes, he's in his little box off to the side, not in Tom's green screen box.
Okay, I got a way back TV trivia sitcom question from the 70s for all you 70s people.
Throwbacks.
Yeah. Just random thought of this. Anybody remember the soap, the sitcom called Soap?
I do.
Who was the character that would snap his fingers and disappear?
No, I don't know that.
You don't?
No, I don't know. I mean, I remember the character, but I don't know his name.
Okay, anybody remember the character's name from Soap from the 70s? When things got too crazy for him, he would just like cross his arms and then snap his fingers. Okay, Barb said, I think she's the first one to say Bert.
Oh, Bert, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bert, that's it. I'm out of here. Snap. That looked like such a useful skill sometimes.
I could use that sometimes. All right, I'm going to cut out a Master Layouts 2 die here. And I'm going to do that using white cardstock. And somebody asked if you're just coloring the wheat all in one color. Oh, I had it on emboss. If you're coloring just in all one color, do you need to use the stencil? No, you don't. I just wanted to get the two-tone on the tops of the wheat stalks. Okay, so I've got my little stitched edge there. And now I'm going to cut one in a very dark brown. So let me grab dark brown here. This is charcoal brown. It almost is black. That's the thing I love about charcoal brown. It's really close to black. It's got a little bit of a grayish hue. And I love this one when I'm doing warm toned cards. Just gonna cut it over here. Hello, Zeus. Okay. So I'm gonna cut that using the plain die from this Master Layout set. And then, yeah, it's just different, right? I mean, it's a way that you can make some autumny looking cards with your lavender folder. I think that's super fun. Okay, and so this layer will just go with this layer, and it'll be a nice warm toned card. Now, I am also going to cut one of these dies from Master Layouts too, because I'm actually going to make this a Thanksgiving card. And I'll show you a little trick to mass producing these cards. So let's cut one of those out. Let's cut another one out. Yeah, it's been a long time since that show was around. I'm just reading some of your comments. Okay, so these are 2 stitched flag dies, and these are perfect for strip sentiments that don't have coordinating dies. So when you want that little flag look, it's just perfect for that. And there are 2 different size dies in that set. You know, I should probably look and see. Maybe the smaller one would even be better for this, because I think I'm going to cut the smaller one instead. Because I want to use a die from a stamp set. This was from last year's, maybe it was even the year before. It's called Harvest Silhouettes. Do you guys remember Harvest Silhouettes? It has the farm. I'll show it to you in just a second. Oh, thank you, Jane. Let's do another one here.
Yasmin wants to know, question for Tom, if you could have any superpower, what would you want it to be? Boy, that's a real Dead Space question. Well, few come to mind. The undo button has always seemed very attractive.
Oh my gosh.
Life's undo button, but you'd probably overdo it.
Yeah, we'd be undoing a lot of things, right?
I love for any of you who have seen the movie Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2, there's a character who, a girl who is a superhero whose superpower is good luck.
Wow.
I thought that was fun.
That's a good superpower. I wouldn't mind having that as a superpower.
And she was like, they were interviewing her for the job, and she was like, it always works out for me.
You know, honestly, we should all be thinking that. We should all be thinking that all the time, because we're all here. Like, we all made it, right? So even we've survived our worst days. If we're here.
Trust the journey.
If you're in the chat, you survived your worst days. And so it does somehow work out. Works out the way it's meant to. And I would say that there's probably important lessons that you really shouldn't want to undo. Although there are a few things I still want to undo. Okay, so I cut just a blank one. I cut 3 blank ones, and then I cut one in a different color, and I'll show you how I'm going to use that. If you're new here, you may not have seen this technique before. Okay, so now I want to do like a little grounding thing. So why don't we do that technique that I was talking about earlier? You've seen me do it a bunch of times if you're a repeat offender here at our lives. But if you're new, this might be a fun technique for you to see. And we're going to use the masking magic, and we're going to use the 1/2 inch masking magic. So I'm going to make sure that that's dry. So I've got these 1/2 inch masking magic strips. And then I'm going to put my piece of cardstock down here on my sticky mat. And then I'm going to use these 1/2 inch masking magic strips to go around the perimeter and block off and make a rectangle in here by blocking off these edges. I know you see me do this so many times, but usually I use the 1/4 inch strips. Today I'm using the 1/2 inch strips because I want a little more white space around the outside. So I'm just kind of finding the spot, and then I'm just pivoting until that white cardstock disappears underneath, and that's how I know it's straight. And I'm going to peel that off and save it because I use these to tack dies down too. All right. Okay. So now we're going to do a little bit of a blend, but I'm going to use a different stencil in here. So let me find a stencil I want to use. Oh gosh, there's so many good choices. I love this basket weavy look. I think I'll use that. That feels very, very autumny, doesn't it? Let's just see what else we have. I have so many here. We have fizzy. We have leafy. That's kind of weedy looking, but not really super weedy looking. Of course, we have the Twirl It checks. That's always a good one. And Harvest Flourish. That's a beautiful one. Should I use Harvest Flourish? I'm going to put that one out. Okay. So here are my options. I could use the Decorative Double, although that might be just a little small. Although I can show you how to... Yeah, let me show you that. I'll show you how to make it fit. So if you have one of these types... Oh, Harvest Flourish. Oh, everybody's saying Harvest Flourish.
Yeah, you're getting some
I'm getting some pushback.
requests.
The basket weave is perfect, though. All right, how about if we use the basket weave on this one and we use the Harvest Flourish on the lavender one, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just pick a spot and I'm going to line it up along one of the lines up here, okay? Like that. And then I'm going to use some Post-it notes just to block off this edge a little bit. Not that it really matters, but I don't want to get into this pattern. So I guess it does matter. And then, let's see, we'll pick, let's go back with this honey mustard, or we could do like a totally different color here. We could do something like Plum Punch, but I have a Plum Punch brush here, and I'm just going to use what's left on it, so it's not super, super bright, okay? So I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to add that Plum Punch. Plum Punch is such a pretty autumny purple.
Boy, that's a light hand.
It's a very light hand because I'm just using what's on here. See? Can you see that okay?
Yep.
All right. Then we're just going to shift this and find and line up the white lines. So let's do that. I have to go up more. There we go. Okay. I'm going to do that. We'll see how this looks. No, I don't think I have it lined up right. Okay, let me line it up here, and then I'm going to just shift over like that. There we go. Okay. Did you see the white lines disappear when I did that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now we're going to finish that off. And I'm going to go back over that line of demarcation between them, and I'm going to get a little heavier in the center here. And then, as you can see, I still have a little bit more to go. So I'm going to find my spot here, and then I'm going to just shift over a little bit more, like that. And I'm going to finish that off. More.
Boy, you could do your whole living room that way.
Isn't that I know, you really could. Now, I feel like I could use a little bit darker over here, so I'm going to go back over to this side because I did start getting a little heavier handed, and I really want to be able to see this. it just takes a minute. I think what happens a lot of times with this stuff is we get stressed out, right? Thinking that we have to, like, why can't I see it? Why can't I see it? But, you know, just being a little bit more methodical about it. I'm going to go over a little bit more. Oh, I hear my kitty. There we go, right there. I want to get this a little bit in here. Okay, now we've got that nice light color behind there, but what I want to do is I want to get Plum Punch now. Let me find that color. Such a great autumn purple. If you don't have this one, this is a great autumn purple. Even just a little cube of it is perfect. Okay, and then, see, isn't our customer service team so nice? They're willing to help anybody. All right, now I'm going to go around the edge here a little bit, just very lightly, just to darken the perimeter a little bit. I want to get a nice line going around there, but I don't want to lose the pattern. So if I go too heavy, it's going to fill in all the white. So I'm not using a super heavy hand. But I definitely want that white border to really shine. Just trying to let those bristles trickle over the edge a little bit. Okay, that should do it. Now here's the beauty of masking magic. No tearing, right? So we're just going to pull this up. And that's going to pull right off. Got a kitty hair. And look how pretty that is. And you get that nice wide border. It's got that nice little bit of shading in there. I was a little heavy-handed there, but give it a chance because our ink has a smoothing agent in it, and it does lighten up a little bit. Now we're going to put our stalks on here. I am going to trim them down. This one's a little bit too trimmed down.
Sandy wants to know, how does Plum Punch compare to dark lilac?
Oh, dark lilac is definitely more of a brighter, like deeper, bluer purple, and Plum Punch has lots of red in it. So it's a real winey color. All right, so this is going to be my little look here. Now, what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to trim off these. I know, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to trim these off because I feel like they're in the way. Don't worry about that. We'll make that work. Just like that. And one more. So we're just altering these lavenders and turning them into wheat. We could take all the leaves off too if we wanted to, but I've never looked at wheat that closely, so I'm gonna allow these to stay. And then we're gonna figure out about how long we want these to be. Okay, that's gonna look pretty good right there. I'm gonna gather those together like that, and then I'm just gonna trim off these right there. Okay, so I've altered them to a good size that I want them to be. And I don't even know if I want to pop these up. I think I might just pop up the bow that I'm going to wrap around them. And then put the greeting down along the bottom. Isn't this fun? I mean, it's just different. It's just a different way to use them. That's going to go there. So, okay. So let's go ahead and get this put onto our card base here. And then I know what I'm going to do for the bow now that I've decided on this Plum Punch here. Okay, so we're going to get that on there. And then I think I'm going to use, let's take a look at honey mustard. I think I'm going to use a honey mustard card base, because that will, you'll really like pull out some of the honey mustard in these wheat stalks. So I'm going to use a honey mustard card base for this. Let me cut that over here on my big cutter. And then while I'm over here, I found something else that I want to use. I'm just going to trim it down here. And that is some Plum Punch cardstock. So let's move all my pieces and bits, and we'll score this card base. I know I'm starting to think about fall colors now and how much I love them. So out of the whole Gina K line, somebody asked me today how many ink pad colors we had, and it was over 90, Tom.
Wow.
Yeah, that includes our 8 Electropop neon colors. Over 90. It's a lot of colors. Oh, honey mustard is a great color. Just makes me feel cozy. Honey mustard and Plum Punch look so nice together too. Look at that color combination. Isn't that beautiful together? Okay, so now we're going to position our stalks, and I'm going to use some Connect glue for that. Oh, and somebody told me in the chat earlier before we went live that Connect glue mat is now back in stock. So the mat is back in stock. If you were looking for the mat, I just have the regular here right now. Now, if I wanted to have more dimension on these, I could layer them onto just blank die cuts of this wheat, and that would work too. But I think this is good. I think this is going to be a good, just a good thickness when you get everything else on there. So let me do that. There we go. Okay, let's do the next one. I don't have any big wheat dyes either in my collection, so this is kind of cool that you can have beautiful lavender stems, but then you can also get a dual use out of it. So I think I'll go right here like this. And this one we'll have to do in 2 parts because we have decapitated her. Yes, there are more ink colors in the works. And so far we haven't retired any colors. The only one that we were going to retire was Dark Sage, but got a lot of pushback from you guys on that. So far it's not retired. Kind of scared to retire it now. It's a great color. I don't use it that much, and I don't know how much you guys use it, and I thought, well, you know, if we're not using it that much. But then a lot of my military friends came in and said that is the perfect color for camo and all of that, and I didn't think of that, and it is a really good color, so we'll keep it. Okay, so let's see if I can position this properly here.
Dark sage and burgundy, do they go together? Like
I bet they would.
what would that color be for us?
Like cranberry?
Cranberry, that's right.
Okay, so there we have our, move that over a little bit and down. There we go.
That looks very harvesty.
Doesn't it? I love that. Okay, so let's cut one of these. So this is the holiday toppers, and this makes fantastic ornaments with your circles and ovals dies, and it also makes great presents with your square dies. So if you wanted to make presents, you wanted to make ornaments, these are the toppers that go on top. They come, you've got four different toppers for the ornaments and 2 different size bows. So I've got the bigger bow here, and I am going to add that like kind of hanging down like that off of this wheat in this Plum Punch color. So I think this will be fun. We also have a very, very delicate bow in the stamp set Sweet Celebrations, it's called, and it works with the candy, the lollipop images. I just don't have that one here at home with me, so I thought this one I would just use this one. And a lot of you have this one, so it is nice even before the bow, right? And you could use a real bow too if you want. You can do a little piece of twine into a bow and then just glue dot it right on there. You don't have to do a fake bow if you don't have a die set for it. Just use some twine, especially like jute twine. That would be very autumny looking. But I had this here and I thought it would be kind of pretty to just put it on there like that. Isn't that nice? It's cute. And again, I love using my supplies in different ways. You know, we think of this as a holiday topper for a gift or something like that. But, you know, why not wrap it around? Upside down, it looks so cute. So I am going to pop this up. I'm having way too much fun here today. I know I'm taking my good old time. But it's awfully fun, especially if it's gonna rain. Is it even raining yet? I don't even know. Okay. Let's add. This here, it's stuck to me. Just do it there. And we'll do one more little piece right here because that's a smaller size loop. We can do it right there. And then let's see, is this even going to fit? I think it will. Probably should have checked that earlier. Oh yeah, that'll fit. I'm going to put that right there with my greeting on it. Yep. Okay. So what I'm going to do for my greeting here is I'm going to use this stamp set. And this is our Harvest Silhouettes. I was thinking about using this, or I was thinking about using, I love this one too. This is the Summer Silhouettes, and I love this leafery here. I know a lot of you guys already have this because this was in a kit, so probably thousands of you have this one. To create kind of a soft background, like a harvest looking background, and then do the wheat. I was thinking about doing that, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just do the strip sentiment and show you the little technique here. It's so easy to do. And this is great too, whenever you have any kind of die set that's hard to die cut. If you have dies in your collection that you struggle to die cut and get a clean edge around the outside, this is a technique for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get just a plain little piece of white cardstock here. I'll use this. Okay. And then we're going to get the stamp that we want. So I was thinking Happy Thanksgiving, because this would be a cute little Thanksgiving card. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad that we were able to help you get your discount. Yeah, if you missed the discount and it's still discount time, like we're still selling it for the discount, then you can call customer service and they will adjust it for you. Now I'm trying to decide, do I use Plum Punch? Let's take a look at Plum Punch. Or, has a goober on it, do I use charcoal brown to play off of that charcoal brown in the perimeter of that card? What do you guys think? Plum Punch? Are we going Plum Punch? Let's try Plum Punch again. Yeah, I like the Plum Punch, I think. Okay, so take that little template and get it positioned exactly the way you want so that it would look centered, like that. And then you can use some of that masking magic again, whatever's left from those pieces. And now you know it's going to be straight. I know that looks crooked because it's kind of crooked, but can you see it's straight in on the die? You could shift it around, like if you feel like it needs to come this way a little bit. And remember, we have stitching around this too, so that's going to take up a little bit of the space. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do Warm Autumn Wishes? Maybe I'll do Warm Autumn Wishes. That's going to fill that tag up just a little bit better. Maybe I'll do that. I think I'm going to do that. I'll do something different for Thanksgiving. This particular stamp set doesn't have a coordinating die set, so that's why I love to use these kinds of stamps with master layouts too, where you can still have it die cut and popped up. Oh, I'm so glad. My customer service team actually watches our videos. Like, they go back because people ask questions, and they watch them. And I always leave the live chat, so hopefully they will see the live chat too. Why can't I stamp straight? If I could just stamp straight, this would be easier for you guys to see what I'm doing here. Hopefully this'll do it. Okay. Warm Autumn Wishes. Now we're gonna put that in there. See, I feel like that fills it up just a little bit better. It's a little longer. Now, we know that that's where we want it, so we're just gonna pop these blanks in here, and we're gonna go ahead and stamp it. Warm Autumn Wishes. Oh yeah, that's so cute. That's just perfect. I'm going to slip it under the bow a little bit too, so that you can see the stems of the wheat coming out, like that. Okay, so let's put this away. And you can keep these with your master layouts so that you can use them over and over again. So once you make a template, you don't have to make it again and waste cardstock. Okay, so do I pop it up and slip it under there? Let's do that. Let's pop it up. Where'd my foam go? Here it is. on the sides there. And then I'll just put one down here near the bottom so that I've got a little bendy room at the top. I can slip it under like that. Center it. There we go. There she is. Warm Autumn Wishes. Let's put a little bling on here. I feel like gold dots would be very pretty. So we'll put a gold dot here. These are our gold iridescent dots. Do one down here. And we'll do one right in there. Let's see how that looks. So we're doing tiny ones. So we'll find some of the smaller ones. They don't all have to be small. There's some really tiny ones in here too. Have you guys tried the iridescent dots? I think they're just so cute and fun. There we go. It's cute, huh, Tom? Put a gold dot in the center here. Right in there. To sparkle up the bow, too. Let's do that. Use one of these bigger ones.
That is fall festive.
Right? It's a big one. Something good that you could do with the big ones. You can accent the center of that. There we go. That's so fun. So that is definitely a different way, outside of the box way, to use this lavender. Now we've got that other panel, and I want to find that here. Let me find my other lavender panel. Oh, I think it's off to the side here. And let's turn this into a summary card. So this one, I was going to use all the cutout ones, but I think I'm going to save those. I think I have a light going in and out. Can you see that, Tom?
No.
Okay. I do love this shape, though. Look how pretty this shape looks when you kind of drape it like that. You could drape that around a greeting. So this, you know, these are the straight up and down ones, but this one is so pretty, kind of curved like that. And you could really take it out. You could go all, this could be great for a 5x7 card, you know, doing a real, here's one that you could kind of come around like that and then have a nice big circular greeting right here with your lavender. Wouldn't that be a pretty layout? Oh, I love that idea. But I also like how just when you use the plain embossing folder this way, it looks really pretty too. Should we try this, Tom?
Why not?
Why not, right? We're not in any hurry. All right, let's go ahead and try this and see what it comes up with, what we come up with. All right, I'm gonna just put this up here on the shelf for now, and then I'll take pictures of that, and you guys will be able to see that up close, what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna clean this up. Let's do it. Let's do the cool layout. I mean, we all know what this looks like. I'll take a picture of that. Actually, I think I already posted a picture of that, so we all know what that will look like. And then I can use that Harvest Flourish too, which I promised. Okay, so let's just get the purple off of here. we're good. Okay. Got to get the purple off so we can put more purple back on. That's funny. So for these, I'm going to just stick these on. And again, if some of them break, I'm not going to worry about it too much. And we'll use that true purpley look. I'm just pressing them right down here onto my sticky mat just to kind of keep them in place. All right, we're going to start with this one. So I believe, do I have it backwards? I have to look at the embossing folder again to try to remember where I put it. I think it was right in here. So I think this would be it, maybe? Maybe this one. Which one did this fit in? Do you remember, Tom? I thought it was like all the way over here on the end. If they're telling us, let me know. Don't let me be surprised. Oh, here we go.
Isn't it the second one from the right?
Second one from the right, this one here. Let's just pull this one up and see. Second one from the right, is that what they're saying?
No.
Oh, that's what you're saying?
Yeah.
That doesn't seem to fit.
No.
Oh, no. Second one from the right. No, that doesn't seem to fit. Why can't I remember what I just did? Because menopause brain. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Okay. So let me look at that. And then let's line up the stencil. Okay, it's this one right here. Oh, my word. Okay. I'm going to leave that one in there so I can do that one last. Here we go. They're perfect fit. So the colors I'm going to use for this are going to be light lilac. These will be more bluish purple. It's tricky, but only for a minute. If you just have patience, you can figure it out. And you won't have to figure it out because you can just watch this video. And you can watch me struggle and then just wait. And then you don't have to struggle. So I'm going to go with the light lilac first. I love this color. There we go. Sounds like we've got some grass cutting going on. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Apologize. That's even happened when we're not at home, when we're in our studio at work. They come and do the grass sometimes. I remember one time, Tom, it was so loud that you went out and asked them to stop. Do you remember?
I do.
But hey, we had the first hour with no we had the first hour with no grass cutting, so I feel blessed to have that. You never know what's going to happen in a live. Anything can happen. Right?
Anything.
Anything. Okay, so now we've got the first layer. Now let's get the second layer here. And we're going to use medium lilac for the second layer. Don't be sorry, we're still here. I'm on my second card. Normally I only make one card, but today I'm just feeling excited about this. Can you hear the lawnmower? Okay, that's good. It's pretty quiet in the background. All right, so now we're going to add this little bit of texture with the medium lilac. That's so fun. Yeah. I like the idea, I can't remember who said it, if she's still here, say it was me, about doing like an ink smushing technique. I think that would really, really be cool. That one. Let's get this part first. And then we'll reposition this because she's a little broken. Aren't we all? A little broken. We can't hate on her for being broken when we're all broken too. The Philosophy Hour with Gina K. Okay, so now we're going to add our stems. So the stems are actually in two parts. So we have to find the right stem for this one. So I'm going to use this to figure out which stem. There she is, right there. And then what color green should I use? I'm thinking jelly bean. We'll make it nice and bright. Okay, let's use jelly bean. Do I have jelly bean out? No, I don't. Here we go. Jelly bean green. Yay, I'm glad to hear your order shipped. We're moving pretty fast. And then anything that doesn't make it, you can go back over it, like, because these are longer than the stencil. But it's just a little bit of, there we go. They're so fragile that they're bendy. So I really am just using this up here. The rest I don't even really need the stencil for. The rest I can just do down there, but I just don't want the green parts to go into the purple areas. So this just helps me keep those away from the flowers, and then the rest I can do this way. It'll still pick up everything, all the details. Just want to get those two right there. All right. Oh, I'm sorry you've been sick. It's no fun. Alrighty, so now we've got our lavender ready to put on this card. Now, for this one, I'm not sure if I should maybe do a larger 5x7 card, because this will be kind of a big layout if I want to do my idea of just kind of making these wrap around a greeting. You know, it's going to be kind of a big card, so we can kind of look and see, or we could trim. Can always trim the ends off if we want to. Okay. Oh, they're so pretty though. Purples are awesome. So this would be the size around of a 5x7, or we can even take that first card that I made the other night, and you could see how something like this might be the perfect size for a 5x7. I know a lot of you really love doing 5x7 cards too, so maybe we will do the 5x7 look. Then we'll be able to get all of that on there. We'll be able to create a really nice, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so I'm going to use Master Layouts 8 for this. So I'm going to get my die cutting machine out. And welcome everybody. Thank you guys so much for making time for us today. I appreciate you being here. Okay. So we're going to use a piece of white cardstock, and we are going to use that Harvest Flourish too, that a lot of you wanted to see. Now I hear the weed whacker going. So we're going to start with the stitched die from Master Layouts 8. Okay. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Thank you. That green background color does look good. You're right. That would be a good one. Okay, so I think they're revving the weed whacker extra hard, Tom, just because they know. So here it has that little stitching around there. And then we're going to go with the plain panel, and we're going to do that in black. So I'll just use this black piece that was sitting right here. God. Okay, take note, Tom. Thursdays, we're not staying home anymore. This is ground control to Major Tom. What's going on? Okay. Well, welcome from Minnesota. Sound loop again. So we have the Harvest Flourish out over here. And this one, I think, because we used cool purple tones in these flowers, we're going to use a gray for this. So we're going to use some soft stone in here. So let me get soft stone. If I stop talking, it seems like it gets louder out there, so I'm gonna... Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad you don't hear it, because it's really loud in here. It's super loud. It sounds like he's weed whacking right in here. Come on, you gotta be able to hear that. You gotta be able to hear that. Tom, go yell at them. No, don't yell at them. We need the grass cut out there, right? Okay. So, here we go. I don't even think it's our grass getting cut. So I'm using the Harvest Flourish, and I'm going to do just a light mist of Harvest of Gray over this. So I'm using soft stone ink. Yeah. I think he heard that you couldn't hear it, so he made it louder. All right, so we're going to start in the center, and we're not going to completely cover this panel. We're just going to kind of create like a grounding area in the center. We could have used the light lilac too. That would have been very pretty. I want to make sure that this is dark enough. I think I have a little blue on my brush anyway from before. Now I can see this really clearly. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it as clearly as I can see it, but can you see that? Just that light mist of color there. I think that's going to be perfect for doing our little elegant swirl that we're going to do on this. And it'll extend a little bit outside, which is pretty. I like that, where it goes a little bit outside of the white panel, like that. And I'll glue those two back together, and then we'll put our greeting right in here. Okay, so send us his address. That's funny. All of a sudden he gets all these messages. Can you please not? All right, so I'm going to leave this kind of set up here. This is where I want the first one. I think it'll go a little bit in the middle. Actually, I'm going to put this on the black panel first. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be a fun layout, something different than the huge, right? Okay, I think he heard us. Okay. Alrighty. We can put it on the card base at the end. Very good. Now, I was going to start up here, right here. And let me get my glue again. Yeah, we'll send him a handmade card. That's a great idea. He started up again. Maybe he likes that idea. I'm going to just get a little piece of something over here so you can see.
Question, are both panels from Master Layouts 8?
Yes, both panels are from Master Layouts 8. And the other Master Layouts set that goes really nicely with 8 is Master Layouts 20, if you want like a nice thick frame to go around that also has some delicate stitching, which I think really steps it up than just a plain frame. Okay, so we'll start this one right here at the top. And you can use a heavy acrylic block to weigh that down if you want. I'm going to do one that's not quite so gimpy. Tom, it's almost time for another word of the day. Just kidding, I wouldn't put that on you.
Too much.
Too much? Okay. So we're going to put that one here. We're just kind of cascading them across. I love how delicate these are, but they are breakable, which is not a big deal because you can just glue them together. So don't worry if they break. Don't think you have to start over. I've got one that's really almost broken and one that is broken, and I'm going to make it work just like I did with the last one. Right there. I just feel like we had to make this layout today. I couldn't leave without trying it. See this one? It's kind of needs something.
Question from Susan. Question, is there a list on the website or Facebook page that tells which master layouts go together?
No, but if you watch the individual master layouts videos, in each one of those I talk about which ones go together and which ones were designed to work with what. So you might be able to find what you're looking for that way. And some of the actual Master Layouts idea sheets also say this works with Master Layouts 8 or this works with Master Layouts 2. And if you don't have our idea sheets yet, you can go onto our website and click on the blog tab. And then look at templates and charts, and you'll see an idea sheet and a sizing sheet for every Master Layout set. And on those idea sheets at the top, that's where it'll say coordinates with Master Layouts 2 or coordinates with Master Layouts 8. This one here. And then we'll add this right there, like that. I love this. Where are my essential oil girlies who love lavender? I can't get enough of this lavender. I'm gonna slip that right under that. There we go. Okay, so now this whole thing is going to go onto a card base. Now, we could use Wild Wisteria which is a beautiful card base, but this flower is going to get lost in that. So if we use soft stone, do I have soft stone? I do. If we use soft stone, I feel like we're going to be able to see that a little bit better, and it's going to play off of this soft, delicate background. So I think I'm going to go with soft stone. I know normally I get lots of opinions, but today I think I'm going to stick with this because this is kind of what I was thinking. Oh no, I cut it wrong. Should have cut it in front of you because then I would have talked it out. So I'm cutting this to 10 by 7. Okay. Let's go ahead. Like that could like go up there a little bit. Okay. So for a 5 by 7 card base, you want to cut your piece of cardstock to 10 by 7. And then you want to score it at 5 inches. Yeah, this is called Lavender Stems. Ooh, did I cut that wrong again? Or is this just one of those miscuts that I tell you guys about all the time? I get all the miscuts. So if something's cut a little weird, we don't throw it away. We don't sell it. We just give it to Gina, and then I use it. So I'll just trim that up a little bit and make it perfect. Remember, it's going in an envelope that's designed for 5 by 7, which we sell on our website, but they are a little bit bigger than 5 by 7. There we go. It was 2 layers thick. I might cut that. Let me cut that on my big cutter. Uh-oh, it's like cutting bangs. You just keep cutting and cutting and cutting, and all of a sudden you're like, oh no. Okay, so that's going to go there, like that. I love this card. I just love the swirly look of it. Okay, and then for the greeting, I feel like I need like a bigger greeting. Now we could do a circle here, but I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use this set. This is the Ornate Birds. I love this big thankful right here. And then I can do for all you do underneath. And that's gonna take up a nice big chunk of this card. We could even do thankful here. Well, we can position it once we stamp it and cut it. Let's go ahead and get some white cardstock. And then we'll do thankful. We could do thankful for you. No, let's do thankful for all you do. I want to take up a little bit of extra space. On this card. So this stamp set that I'm using is called Ornate Birds. Came out a couple of years ago. If you guys don't know by now, I really hate to retire things, and most of the things that come out in kits I will use over and over and over again for years. So this one is an older one, but I still think it's so relevant. So I have a blending stump here, and I don't know if you can see this, but there's a little tiny dot missing right there. Can you see that? Little white dot there. So rather than trying to color that in with a marker that's never going to match, I don't care how good you are, it's not going to match. The blacks never match. I just tapped this blending stump into my ink pad, and I'm just going to tap that into that little dot there, and it'll just disappear. And it'll dry exactly the same color as my ink, and you never have to worry about black or any color. You could do that with any color. You never have to try to find that perfect marker. Just get some blending stumps and you'll be good to go. Okay.
So Gina, a few viewers have asked about the polymer dual stamp that fits in the Misty and what that is and how to get it.
Oh, well, you can find that on our website. It's called the Double Background Grip Mat. And so you can just go right onto the website and type in double background or grip mat. Either one, whichever one you type in, our two different options will show up. And you can pick whichever one you want. I feel like one of them is out of stock and one is in stock. They're both really useful, but I know that we have a reorder in for the one that is out of stock because I personally put that in. Okay, so we're going to do thankful for all you do. There we go. So let's line these up. And again, I like using my masking magic. What was loud?
I guess moving equipment around.
Oh, sorry about that. I bet it's loud in Tom's headphones too. Sorry, Tom. But the grass is gone, the grass guy. So that's good. Okay, and we'll wrap this one up with a few little pretty embellishments. Yes, we are going to come out with more double background grip mats in the future. Oh, ripping the plastic off the stamps. Oh, okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, oh, this is pretty. I like this. I really like this. That's going to be such a pretty greeting on here. I don't wear a lapel mic. I probably should, because I know when I turn around, my voice gets quieter. But I don't know. It feels too close. You know what I mean? Sometimes it feels too close. Like if I have to like sneeze or cough or something and I can turn away, I can't do that when it's right here. You hear everything. It's a me problem. Okay. There we go. Put a couple little foam squares on this one. And I'll just put one right there. I'd probably put a lot more on if we had more time, but we don't have a ton of time because we've been on for quite a while. All right, so we'll put this right there like that. And we'll do a couple little ones here. I have to cut these in half. I'm constantly cutting them in half for the strip sentiments. My cat, Zeus, is sound asleep off to the side in a different box. Cats love boxes, don't they? Tom and I are new at this cat stuff. Well, actually, I don't know that we'd be considered new anymore, Tom, because we have 1 year in now with Zeus, right? You know what? I'm going to move this. I think I can. I want to move this one. I'm going to move it down a little bit. Like down here. I feel like it needed something down here a little bit. And I saw it sticking up and I thought, okay, I feel like that's better. All right, now I'm just going to put a couple little clear embellishments on here. I'll use the crystal clear ones. just to give it a little something. And we'll grab that one and put it there. One, put it there, and one more right in there. Okay, so now I've got just that little bit of sparkle in there, kind of accenting the greeting. So that is my summery, more springy, true lavender color card. And then we have our more autumny version to look like wheat on an A2 card. So you could see these definitely fit on lots of different sizes. So you could do the full 5x7, you could do an A2. This could be cut down to an A6. Oh, I have such a mess on my desk here. Let me just move my mess out of the way here. See if I can make that look better. This is the way I clean when people come over. Everything goes in a drawer. There, look at that. Look how clean it is. It's so clean. Get over there. Okay, so there's one card, another card, and then the original look of this panel so that you can see there's just different things that you can do with it. I love it so much. And if you get this bundle and you get this bundle with the hydrangea, there's another hydrangea, you get both bundles together, you can save, it's actually $14.97 because it takes 50% off the lavender bundle if you get them both. So you're really getting this lavender bundle for only about 15 bucks. So use the code SAVE15, put them both in your cart, and then use the code SAVE15, and you'll get $15 off. It's a really good deal for these embossing folders because they are so fun and you can do so many things with them. All right, Tom, what do you think? Which one do you like better?
Well, okay, let me go back there. I'm drawn to the warm autumn wishes.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah.
The wheat berries. And then
Wheat berries.
And then
But, you know, everything, it's all spectacular.
it's fun. It's super fun. I agree though. I love the idea that, you know, thinking outside of the box and using those toppers for a bow and then using the lavender for wheat. That just buys you a whole other season, right? So, well, we're going to give away a gift card to one lucky winner. If you're new here, all you have to do is drop a comment in the chat if you haven't already. And you might walk away with a $15 gift card that you can use whenever you want. Oh boy, if you match the $15 gift card with the $15 savings, you'd actually get one of these embossing folders for free. So hopefully it's your lucky day. But before we do that, if you're new here and you aren't a subscriber, first of all, we'd love you to give the video a thumbs up. But if you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit the subscribe button and all notifications so you never miss another video. And then if you haven't joined our Facebook group yet, head over there to Gina K Designs and Stamp TV Friends on Facebook. We've got 51,000 members, and what's going to be so fun is thousands of these embossing folder bundles are going to be landing in the next couple of days, and people are going to start making beautiful card projects, and they're going to be filling up that group with all of their hydrangeas and lavender designs. So if you got this bundle and you want to see great projects, head over to the Facebook group and join. And you can search any stamp set that you might have from our collection just by using the little magnifying glass in the group, and all of the projects that our members have posted will come up. So there's endless inspiration. And then a big shout out to Brianne Loveland. Thank you, Brianne, for sharing all of the links today. If you missed any of Brianne's links, you can find everything that I used today, including this new bundle, on our website at ginakdesigns.com. All right, Tom, are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's do it.
Okay, so drum roll, please. Today's lucky winner is Kelly Wentworth 557. Kelly Wentworth.
Yay! Kelly, congratulations, Kelly. You are our winner. All you have to do is send your name and email address over to info@ginakdesigns.com, and one of our lovely customer service reps will get that gift card out to you. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had fun. I hope that you'll give this a try when you get your lavender folder. And I hope you were inspired to think a little bit outside the box today. Tom and I will be back next Tuesday night with another Stampin' Chat Live, so I hope you'll join us then. And in the meantime, everybody, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.